Okay, hello. Back for another Bloons stream. Um, Not a lot to get into before we get started. I do have some things I would like to share, um, briefly, but I'm gonna go ahead and start our Odyssey first. Um, see what else can we do? Remember last week we tried to do around 100 in deflation mode and we couldn't quite do it. And I said I didn't want any hints or anything, so probably won't be doing that today. But we can still work towards the Dartling Gunner achievement because I still need to get that done, and the the powers achievements. Use powers a certain amount of times, that sort of thing. Hey, Chess, by the way, I see you in chat. Let's go ahead and get started with our Odyssey here. We can still run Etienne for our hero, that's fine. We're about to unlock our next hero, which I think was Sada, if I remember correctly. I think she's next in the order. That'll be fun. So, as I get started here, like I said, I do have some good news about myself. I talked about it during my Terraria stream on Saturday, but I realize most of the people watching me on YouTube actually do watch these Bloons videos. So, I'm going to go ahead and talk about it again for a bit. Basically, long story short, I finally got a job. And I start tomorrow evening. Tomorrow, as in Tuesday, May 27th. So I'm happy about that. Very happy about that. It is a permanent position. I don't have to be worried about like working until winter and then being let go or something like that. Because if you don't know, some jobs do that. They'll hire you on for a little bit during, busy seasons, and then they'll basically fire you because they don't need that many people working there after the busy season dies down. Anyways, it's a permanent position at a school in my town. I'm going to be working as an after-school program, not a supervisor, but a assistant. So I'm probably just going to be, walking around different classrooms and helping out with homework and, I don't know, like setting up equipment for events and stuff like that. That'll be fun. And like I said, I start tomorrow, and my schedule is from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. So, because of the time, I'm going to have to adjust my streaming schedule a bit. Not too drastically, it's still going to be the same days. It's still going to be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. Saturday and Sundays should remain at noon. They should stay at the same times at noon. And Tuesday and Thursday, I'm deciding whether or not I want to move them to be earlier in the day or later in the day. Because if they're earlier in the day, it gives me enough time to, work out all my editing and downloading and uploading and all that stuff and not have to worry about time and all that stuff. Not stress out about it. But if it's later in the day, of course, that's easier on me and my body because I don't have to wake up so early. And it's generally kind of nice to play some games at nighttime, after the day's already been done. So I'm going to be thinking about that for the next couple weeks probably while I work that out. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do a Spactory. We haven't done a Spactory in a long time. We can do middle path on this so we can get the mobs popped pretty easily. We only have to get to around 40 though, so don't have to worry about too much. But yeah, let's go ahead and do middle path. I still think you should try the deflation achievement in the future. Yeah, I will in the future. I have to get it done eventually. I just don't have any ideas for right now, so I'm not going to worry about it at the moment. So yeah, I start tomorrow. I'm only working 4 hours a day. And, of course, as you know, the school year is about to end, if it hasn't ended for you already. My school year is going to end on June 5th. So I've only got about 2 weeks of work, and then I'm going to be off for the entire summer. You know, like I said, there are going to be some changes to the stream schedule, and they might fluctuate. You know, stuff might be fluctuating for the next couple weeks. I'll keep all updated about how that's going to go. If you're watching on YouTube, not much is going to change. Like I said, most of the people watching my channel are watching Bloons videos on YouTube, so if you are watching this on YouTube, first of all, thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, there shouldn't be a lot of change on YouTube. There will be a couple changes eventually, but not for another couple weeks. You know, I'll keep an update on that. But yeah, cool stuff. And other than that, the only thing I wanted to talk about regarding, you know, stuff not relating to the game. Yesterday I was supposed to stream this, of course, but I ended up going out with my family that day. I went to a baseball game for my nephew, and that was right in the middle of my stream time, so just couldn't do it. If you're curious, he played 2 different games. And the team won the first one, but they lost the second one. The first game was a pretty good win. I think it was like 10-5 or something like that. 10-6, something around that number. The second game was like 13-5, 13 to, I don't know, like 4 or something. It was a bit, kind of a bad loss there, but the first game was pretty good. So yeah, I was out yesterday. I was gonna stream late. I got home at like 3:30, 4 o'clock or something like that. And I was gonna stream, but I just decided not to because I was feeling kind of tired. So I was like, you know what, I'll just wait till tomorrow. I'm not doing anything tomorrow anyways. So here we are. Stream should proceed as normal. Should be 3.5 hours. And we're just playing Bloons. Yeah, I think that's it. Sorry if I look particularly tired today. Yesterday kind of took it out of me. I don't go out that often, so I'm going to eat breakfast with my family and then go to a couple baseball games kind of shot my energy levels, to be honest with you. But I'm fine. I'm not like sick or anything, so I'm fine. And I'm trying to think of anything else to mention here. Yeah, that's about it. For tomorrow, for Tina's stream, instead of posting it, or not posting, instead of starting the stream at noon, I'm gonna go ahead and stream it in the evening after I get home from work. We're gonna try out different schedule timings. and I'm going to go ahead and go with the later times first this week, because it gives my body time to, you know, wake up and get ready for work and not have to worry about streaming before that. So I'm just going to wait until the evening to do that.
Ready to fly.
But like I said, YouTube should still see same content. Only difference might be the lighting. It might be a little bit darker because the sun might go down during the stream, but that's about it. Next week, I'll probably try the morning stream. So, you know, if you're here on Twitch, tomorrow and Thursday will be later. It'll be around 7 o'clock in the evening, my time, 7 p.m., 7 to 10:30. And then next week, Tuesday and Thursday, will start around, I want to say 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at the latest. So yeah, be ready for that if you want to, you know, catch my stream. Otherwise, you can still catch the VOD for a couple days and watch the YouTube videos. I might start lengthening the window that you can watch the VODs, though, because I kind of realized some people might want to watch the VODs after a long time, and I've kind of just been letting Twitch delete them after a few days. But I might change that. Thinking about what I want here so we can get past, you know, the harder rounds here. I just did Factory, and that worked out fine with a Monkey Ace. Let's go ahead and do a Super Monkey. Kind of makes it easier for me to not worry about, you know, having to do much. But yeah, this week is going to have later streams. Next week we'll have earlier streams. Then the week after that, like I said, I'm going to be off because of summer. So, you know, I'm going to have to commit either to later or earlier streams so I can get into the habit of doing that. I'm not going to go back to the noon streams because, you know, by the time school rolls around in August, I'm going to have to switch it again. So I'm just going to commit to either the earlier or later streams. And I'll let you know which ones I do, of course. So yeah, that should all be fine. Nothing else regarding like stream that's changing. I'm not like changing the games that I'm gonna play or changing my upload schedule drastically, so honestly, if you don't really care about what I'm doing, then like you probably won't see much of a difference. But yeah, if you're curious about what's going on in my life, then there you go. I was also thinking about, actually, sorry, excuse me. I was thinking about, I was actually watching back some of my videos to see how they look, you know, on my screen when I actually sit down and watch them for a little bit. And I like them for sure. I think they're fine. I've been told that I don't talk that much. And I get that. I understand that I don't talk that much, especially during this game. That's kind of on purpose. during this game, I mean, there's not that much to talk about. I realize I could talk about my life a little bit more, but I've said multiple times, it's not that exciting. Even if I wanted to talk about, I don't know, like my daily anecdotes or just random stories that happen to me, there's not a lot that happens to me in my life, so there's not even a lot for me to talk about, so. Yeah, I don't know, I've just been kind of silent during this game in particular. Which is kind of on purpose, because I think it's kind of relaxing to just watch the game and, you know, hear my voice every once in a while. I would talk if I had more stuff to talk about, but I just don't. So, I was thinking about maybe just taking off my face cam for the rest of the series, because if I'm not going to be talking that much, it's kind of odd to just have my face here in the corner. It's kind of a big face cam too. So I was thinking about, you know, just getting rid of my face cam for the rest of the series, but yeah, I don't know. You could talk about the strategy you're using. That is true. Yeah, I guess I could do that. I do that sometimes during the harder medals with chimps. I'll like actually go step by step, you know, with the monkeys that I'm using, but you're not wrong. For the most part, I do just kind of place stuff down and then let them do the work. But yeah, I don't know. It's just something that I'm thinking about. I might try it in like a off-stream video to see how it looks and sounds and everything. This is just one of those games I feel like it's kind of nice to put on the second monitor, maybe. You just hear the balloons popping and you hear my voice every once in a while, but you don't have to actually look at the screen, because there's not like a whole lot going on at any given time. I guess if I am just talking about my strategies, I mean, for these maps, for the Odysseys, they're always easy. I always pick the easy Odysseys. So typically I'll just put my hero down, let them level up for a couple rounds, and then place like one other monkey down, and then, you know, let them do all the rounds solo, basically. The only reason I don't do harder Odysseys is because I like to take the first half hour of stream and just do the first Odyssey for achievement progress. I feel like it takes away a good chunk of the stream if I do a medium or a hard Odyssey. Because you gotta remember, I'm still working on black borders and other achievements in the meantime, so I think it's nice that we get the opportunity to complete Odysseys this quickly. Even if they are kind of just simple and, you know, we don't have to put much brain power into it. Like, I'm assuming Etienne plus a 220 super suffices, because camo and purple dies to Etienne, and everything else, yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, I probably should talk about stuff like that a little bit more. You're not wrong. For this map, again, I'm just kind of letting Etienne do his thing for a while. We are starting to leak now, though, so. Honestly, I think we can just do boomerangs up here if they fit. Because I want to get good coverage of the map, but I don't want to put like 4 different towers across all the different faces of the map. So like a sniper up here would be fine. I don't think a bomb tower would fit, just barely. I guess maybe most of my monkeys actually do fit up here. But yeah, boomerang's fine. We can do a... Honestly, we could probably do any path on the boomerang and be safe. And I haven't done... Actually, I haven't done this one in a long time, so let's go ahead and do this. I don't know if I've ever done this, actually. We can do middle path and top for one of them, and then for the other one, we can do middle path and bottom path, you know, to take care of leads. I think that should be enough to take care of, you know, up to around 50. We still have Etienne's drone swarm if we need it, so I think we're just fine. So yeah, back to what I was mentioning earlier, just work stuff. If you're thinking about it, that does mean I can start to invest some actual money into my room, how I set up stream, how I, you know, how I sound, how I look, all that stuff. I'm currently trying to work on some channel aesthetics, like the subscriber notification for when I hit 50 followers, and I can start implementing that. Working on like sub badges, which just takes time. And I've said before, I'm not gonna hit 50 followers for a while anyways, so I still got some time before I can even implement those. But that's in the works. But outside of that, pretty much anything else that I would want to improve the stream obviously would cost, you know, some actual money out of my pocket. I already have a good mic. I'm gonna keep this mic for however long I can use it for. I guess I could get a better camera at some point. This one's fine, but it does... I think it limits at 720 instead of 1080p. So, you know, it technically could be better. There's probably better cameras that are, you know, optimized for streaming. I can get like ring lights or streaming lights behind me. You know what I'm saying? There's just little stuff I could do to improve the feel and the experience of the stream. I can finally start investing in that eventually. It's probably going to be a while before I actually start doing that because, like I said, I do have to wait until August to start working again because of summer break. So I won't be, you know, spending every penny of my paycheck on this stuff. I do have other stuff to pay for, but eventually I'll start investing in some new stuff. I've got to do my research too, because I know, you know, like I said, I did watch some of my videos the other day, and they look fine to me. Like, there's nothing wrong with them. But my perfectionist brain always tells me stuff could be better, it could be better, it could be slightly higher quality, it could be slightly better audio quality. Like I said, I could be talking slightly more. I could improve the look of the channel, you know, all that stuff. Like, it's fine. But my brain is always like, let's take it one notch further, just one notch more, you know what I mean? So yeah. I'll be working on that eventually. Is this the last map? Yes. I have a fun idea. Why not anytime you're not doing chimps, you use this randomizer to tell you what path you're gonna get. That way it's very varied. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, that's kind of not a bad idea, because anything below, like, impoppable, chimps, or half cash, for the most part, is pretty easy. You know, alternate Bloons and Apocalypse are kind of their own thing, and they're kind of challenging, but, I mean, they're not really that bad. So yeah, maybe I can do that. Just go to a, like a 3-number, or actually no, I was gonna say a 3-number generator, but that would probably create numbers that I can't use for the towers. But yeah, I don't know, I'll look for something. Or are you trying to send a link? You can fully alter the randomizer to not include certain towers, and make it randomize the cross paths, or not randomize the cross paths. Is this a website? Did I ban links? I might have banned links from the chat. Hold on. Let me try to remedy that. Oh. This always happens. How do I always look away for 2 seconds and I lose? Every time, man. I'm not spending that much money. Honestly, I'm just gonna give up. I'll just call that a day. I know that doesn't count for the Odyssey completion, but I'm pretty sure I can just come back at the end of the stream and and complete this. Yeah, that's fine. I don't really feel like doing that map all over again. Let me go to my stream settings and make sure I didn't ban links from the chat, because I might have done that. Search up Bloons randomizer and you'll see super tools. Oh, okay. Fix random. Oh, I see. Okay. So, okay. Towers 3. Okay, so this gives us the towers that we would use throughout the game. Let's maximize it so we can, you know, have all the towers available to us. So we just randomize the paths. Let's see, there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 2, 3, 4. 24 towers, plus a hero, but that's not going to be randomized, of course. So 24 heroes, sorry, 24 towers. Oh, there's a max of 20. Oh, that's fine. Main path tier, 3 to 5. Interesting. So if we like, hold on, let me turn on my screen share so I can show you guys what I'm looking at. So this is the randomizer. I'm guessing from what this is showing here, I'm guessing what this means is that when I randomize it, it's going to randomize 20 different towers, which is going to cut off 4 of them, which is not a big deal. We can work with that. Main path tier, I'm guessing will randomize anywhere between 3 to 5. Honestly, I probably want it to be max 5, right? Because I know in most games we're not even going to get max 5 anyways, but I feel like why cut off? why cut off the last tier if we're not doing like a challenge run or something like that? And cross path tier will be 0 to 2. Yeah, I mean, we might as well just do 5 to 5 and 2 to 2. And then, you know, just get up to whatever we can get to during the game before the game ends. We're not doing like challenge runs or anything, so we don't need to cut off the last couple tiers of upgrades. That just doesn't really make that much sense. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna run... I guess we're doing black borders. We could keep doing ravine like we were last week. Oh, actually, let me randomize the map. If we're gonna randomize towers, let me randomize the map. Let me see how many maps there are, and I'll just do a number generator, and we'll, you know, correlate the maps with that number. So let's see, 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 6 times 8, which I believe is 48, right? Don't judge me, I'm not good at multiplication. Six times 8 is 48. Yep. So 47. Got 47 here. And we've got 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 6 times 4 is 24. Minus 4 is 20. So that's a total of 67 maps so far. 67 plus 12. 67 plus 12 is 89. We have 89 maps. Do random. Alright, here we go. There's 79. I must have counted wrong then. Alright, let's look this up. How many maps in BT6? 62 maps. Most tracks did not have a specific name until 4. As of April 2025, there are more than 300 maps, of course, out throughout the series. And 79 maps in Bloons 6. Okay, well, I must have counted wrong then. Alright. I don't know how I got an extra 10 there. Oh well. Anyways, let's go ahead and do this. It's going to be 79. Alright, let's go ahead and generate. So we'll generate a number. 68. That sounds bad. That sounds like a high number. 68. Let's count backwards. So let's say this is 79. Let's say this is 78. 77, 76, 75, 74. 73, 72, 71, 70. What do we get? 68? This one's 69, right? So is it Glacial Trail? Do we really just roll Glacial Trail? Or was it Dark Dungeons? It was one of these two. I lost track. $79, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 70, 69, 68. We really just rolled Glacial Trail first try. That's horrible. I'm gonna hate this. I already know I'm gonna hate this.